Today I'm going to be asking ChatGPT to help me put together an advanced trading strategy. But before I go any further, guys, do you use ChatGPT in your daily chores or day-to-day work? I'd love to know how you use it and how you use AI. And don't forget, every Friday I give away 100 USDT to a random comment. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Hey traders, I hope you're going extremely well. My name's David and welcome to my channel where I go through trading strategies. Today we're going to be looking at ChatGPT and I'm going to be asking it if it can put together a trading plan. I'm going to ask it to select a couple of indicators to build the best possible trading strategy, which then I will backtest on TradingView using code. And if it's any good, I'll put it through forward testing and we'll be able to connect it to bots. If that sounds good, don't forget you can add any of my trading strategies. The links to Patreon are below in the description. So without further ado, let's get over to my computer. Let's have a look at ChatGPT. Let's go over to TradingView and let's have a look at it all together. Okay, let's go. Okay, here I am on my screen on ChatGPT. Now I am going to be using ChatGPT for the latest version, which is a subscribed version. You probably can do most of this in 3.5, but I'm going to be using 4 as I'm used to it, and I use ChatGPT daily. So I consider it's worth actually paying for. Okay, I've actually built a bot which is an NNFX expert. Now NNFX is a kind of a trading style. NNFX stands for No Nonsense Forex. I use the same methods in the crypto world and lots of people use it in stocks and things like that. What we do is we use indicators for our entries to make sure that we are rules-based traders. So when an entry is validated, all the indicators are showing in the green, ready for us to trade. We take every single trade. We have also an indicator for our stop loss, and our take profit is all planned in advance. So I've gone away and I've explained exactly that to ChatGPT. I've fine-tuned it on the rules of NNFX to build a bot, and I've literally given it a great big list of indicators. These indicators you can find on one of the official websites that are affiliated to NNFX. They have a huge list of indicators, as you can see here. These indicators are very, very, very good. There's some that are not validated or have not actually been verified, but there's some good ones in there as well. I'm only going to be using the verified indicators from the verified list. So the actual strategy starts with a baseline. The baseline is like an EMA. If price is trending above the EMA, we're taking longs. If it's below the EMA, we're taking shorts. And then we have a couple of indicators that we put together to create a kind of a recipe that allows us to set up our confirmation indicators. They're generally zero lines or crossovers, something like a stochastic or an RSI that goes over a level, and as soon as it goes over that level, we confirmed to take a new entry. We then use ATRs and things like that for taking our stop loss. So like I said, I've explained all of this to ChatGPT and given it a list of indicators. So these are the indicators here that I've copied and pasted into ChatGPT and asked it to come up with a trading plan. Now the first trading plan that it came up with, actually I already did. It was the whole and the zero MACD. I already did this trading strategy and it turned out to be quite good. So I put it into our incubate.trade platform here, and as you can see, we are actually incubating or forward testing trading strategies on this platform. So we've actually added that one already in there, so I've actually skipped that one today. It's given us our baseline confirmations and all of that great stuff, and that was exactly the trading strategy which I did before. So off the prop, I'm quite excited and quite impressed that it's come up with one of the trading strategies that we've already done. It shows me that maybe this potentially could work. ChatGPT has given us all of the rules, like the ADX has to be over the 25 to take our entries. The zero lag MACD would have had to cross over bullish or bearish to be able to take a short or a long. So I'm going to scroll down and I asked it, okay, another one please. So certainly developed another NNFX trading strategy using different combination of indicators from your list. So here we have the Kaufman Adaptive Moving Average, which is the KAMA. Now this one we're going to be using as our baseline. So that means that once we're above the baseline and it's green, this one actually has a green and red coloring. Once in green and above the trend line, we're actually taking a long. When below, we're taking a short. Very simple, very much like any EMA trading strategy. We have the Fisher transformation indicator, which we're going to be using for a crossover. Let's have a look at the rules here. Confirm the entry. We're provided by the baseline. So we're actually only going to be taking entries when the Fisher line is actually above the 0 line. This confirms our KAMA entry. Yeah, it gives us confirmation. Next indicators that we add into our NNFX system is a volatility or a volume indicator. We're going to be using the Williams VIXFix, which is an indicator that's quite popular, but I actually have never ever backtested it before. This indicator is going to take out the volatility from our entry. So we want to enter a market that isn't too choppy, which will get stopped out quite often. And apparently this indicator is quite good at that. So the line that's produced by the indicator, we would actually like it to be below a certain level for us to be able to take an entry. Now I'll look into that and we'll build something along the way. Miscellaneous indicators for risk management would be the average true range. We're going to be setting it to a 1.5 ATR risk to reward. I'm going to be testing it on Bitcoin, and I know the Bitcoin tends to work much better on 2.5 and above. Depends on the market, guys. NNFX is mainly Forex, so yeah, it seems for me that the ATR at 2.5 is much better. Obviously, all of these strategies that I build will work on Forex, stocks, or anything that you want to trade. It's just you have to adapt them and play around with the settings as you go along. We also have elite backtesters, which is part of David Tech, which allows everybody to share their best settings. And if you share your settings with the group, you get access to everybody else's settings, which there are over several hundred now. Okay, I'm going to go away now and we're going to add these indicators to the chart. Okay, here we are on the screen. As you can see, I've added the indicators. I will go through them one more time. So we go up to indicators at the top here. We're going to end the KAMA. Now it's going to be this first indicator here. This is the one that I used. I hit the first one, used the first one. So that's going to give us this red and green line that you can see here on the trading view. Let me make it a little bit thicker as always. Perfect. So when price is above and the line is green, we are looking for longs. When price is below, meaning the candles, when the price is below, we're actually looking for shorts and the line has to be red. Okay, then we have the Fisher transformation indicator down the bottom here. I'm going to make it thicker again as well. Okay, great. And our final indicator that I have slightly modified and added this white line. I'll show you how to do that in 2 seconds. We're going to be adding the Larry Williams VIXFix. So we're going to be looking for Larry Williams. And we're looking for VIX. And we're looking for this one here. Is by Black Cat, very well respected developer on TradingView. We're going to click that and that's going to add this yellow line. Now I have actually made a kind of a modification to this. I've added an EMA, which is this white line here. I'll give you access to this inside of David Tech Discord. The reason being is a fixed white line. I tend to find they don't work very well. Gives it a little bit of a more dynamic entry and allows us to get more entries. So I'm going to make this a little bit thicker as well. Perfect. Right. Okay. So we're looking for the Fisher to be above the 0 line, the blue above the orange, take a long. And then we're looking for price to be slightly lower than this here, this yellow line. So let's have a look and see if we can find some entries. Right, here we are. Okay, here's our first entry. This is a long. We're above the green comma line, which is this green line here. Prices are trending above it. We are above the 0 here on the Fisher line here, which is the blue above the orange, and we're above 0 line here, which is just there, as you can see. And the Larry Williams VIXFix is here. As you can see, we are white above the yellow. I'm going to add a long position just here on the next candle, on the open of the candle, as that is where we would get our entry. We're going to be using the ATR bands. Now I'm going to be using ATR bands by Alexander TH. This one here, I'm going to click on that. And then we're going to go to the settings on this here. That's going to give us a green band and a red band just like that. I'm going to change the colors very quickly over to red and green. It's just preference. And I'm going to make them slightly thicker for YouTube only. Okay, perfect. Right, okay. I'm going to be setting the lower bands and upper bands to 2.5. Like I said, this is crypto. On Forex and other markets, you're probably like best on 1.5. as NNFX suggests. I'm going to be pressing OK. I'm going to move my stop loss to the ATR band. So that's how we set our stop losses. Now you have two ways of taking our take profits. I prefer personally a risk to reward to at least set our risk to reward in advance and know where we're going. Or you can use the karma line here as soon as we break back below that line, or this indicator here. This is what ChatGPT suggested. We can actually exit at this point. In this example, I'm going to be showing you that you should be using 1 to 2 risk to reward here, just like that, and that would have been an absolutely perfect entry and a win, just like that. But you could have actually used this as a trail. We'll be backtesting that as well. It'll be on the Notion board for you to be able to see the difference between the two. I believe that this trading strategy actually will work quite well with trailing stop losses and take profits, but I prefer to do it like that in my trading style. Okay, a short is in exactly the same, but the other way around. I won't go through every step of that, as otherwise this video will go on forever, and there's no point because it's exactly the same rules, but we're looking for the red line here instead. But I'm going to go away and code this so we get the backtesting results, see how good or bad it really is, and if ChatGPT is a genius trader that's going to make us millionaires, or it's just going to be another one of those trading strategies that we'll put in the graveyard. Okay, let's go.
Come on, David, and once again he's gone to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. Come on, David. Show us what you got.
Guys, before I go any further, I'd like to say a big thanks to Bybit as always. Bybit has been supporting, although they do not sponsor the channel in any way. We do get a kickback for kind of trades which help us to do competitions, build great tools and things like that. So if you are looking to open a Bybit account, it doesn't cost you anything and you get loads of trading fee reductions if you use the links down in below. You also get a huge deposit bonus. So you couldn't go wrong, and thanks to that you're really supporting the community to build loads of great new trading strategies and tools to help traders. Thank you again, once again, Bybit, for all the help that you've given us as a community. And thank you guys for all using the link and supporting the community as much as you can. You really are absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, back over to the strategy. Okay, here we are on the screen. The chart has disappeared for me. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to click on the cog here. Let's reveal the results and take off the optimizer mode. Drum roll, please. Boom. Right. Okay. As you can see, the backtesting results are pretty much in the green here. We have most months green, except for a couple of small months here that seem to be losses. We were in a loss in May and June here, which are zero, so not really losses. There was just 0 trades. Let's have a look at some of the results and then we get over to the equity curve. The win rate is 50.61. I know that might seem quite low, but this is a risk to reward of risk being 1 and reward being 2, which is absolutely brilliant. It is one single take profit. To find a trading strategy like this is quite rare. So yeah, we have, as you would expect, max wins in a row 5, max losses in a row was 5. So you'll be losing a lot less than you will actually be winning. So that's absolutely brilliant. Total wins 39, total losses 38. We have a total trades of 77. I'd like more trades than that for a full back test. We will do a deep back test in a second. We have a profit factor of 2.6. Let me move myself off the screen here so that we can go through the back testing results and the equity curve. Okay, so the equity curve, as you can see, looks absolutely brilliant. There is some large dips here, but we are on 25x leverage using 20% of the account. Now, I know that doesn't seem very good at risk management, but it's what I've been doing since the very beginning of David Tech. So I didn't want to change anything, and I'll just continue going like this. like I said, we do have an elite backtesters area in Discord where we're actually making these trading setups much better. So I don't expect you to go away and trade. It's just for consistency that I keep using exactly the same settings since the very beginning. Very much like the fees, they're at 0.7. We did go through a period where they were slightly less as I was using a different platform, and most of the users were as well. But we've gone back to 0.7 fees, and slippage we are now trying to include as well as a default value as well. Each pair is different, but we're trying to at least put default values in there. So those are things that are in concrete and not changing. So as you can see, the equity curve doesn't look too bad at all. We have a max drawdown of 28%. As I said, leverage, we're using 20% of the account. You can make that much lower by using less leverage and less of your account. We have a net profit of 1,113%, which is absolutely brilliant. We have 77 closed trades, and we're 50.65 win rate. Profit factor is 2.1. Let's have a look at some of these other stats here. The buy to hold would have been -3%, so we absolutely smashed that. It's brilliant. Okay, let's have a look at the deep backtesting results. Let's hope that they're going to be as good as those ones here. I didn't say, guys, we are actually on BTC USDT on 30-minute time frame. That was what's suggested to us. So we have 1,873%. 125 trades and a win rate of 46%. Now I know that would be much lower than most people would like to trade with in the group, but like I said, it is a risk to reward of 2. Maybe you can take that risk to reward down to 1.1, and it will be much higher win rate, or maybe add some multiple take profits and things like that. Max drawdown has gone up a bit as well to 30%. Leverage, and all those kind of things, guys, don't forget. And our buy and hold return has removed up to 531. So we still absolutely smashed that. There must have been an area here where we can go back and have a look, because when you look at it here, just this area here, it seems like we're not doing very well at all in comparison to the market. So maybe we should go and have a look at why we didn't do it as well. The rest of the market, we're doing much better. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. You'll be able to add this trading strategy with all the other trading strategies from David Tech inside a Discord, thanks to your Patreon, which is down in the description below. Don't forget, I give away 100 USDT to one random comment every Friday. So without further ado, guys, take care, keep safe, keep coding, trade like a boss, and I will see you again on Friday. Bye. Have a great week, guys. Bye.
Come on, David, and once again he's gone to code a new strategy. He'll be back in just 5 minutes. RSI and MACD.